Good day, children. Welcome back to the online section of this Standard 11 Economics. In this Microeconomics, we are taking Chapter 1 Introduction, hoping that we will end up this section with this Chapter 1 Introduction fully. Now, the left out part is that the production possibility frontier, an important section in this whole chapter. See, we have discussed about the central problems of an economy, what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. Now we are going to discuss about the that is the production possibility frontier, that is PPF. What do you mean by this PPF? You know that the resources in the economy are always scarce and we need to satisfy our wants. In that case, it is possible that if an economy that resources are best possible used in the whatever it is, the product it is. See, the resources have to take up the maximum utilization by the economy. In that case, we have to find out where the resources are to be filled up. So in that case, we have to think about the scarcity of the resources. See, all the human wants cannot be satisfied at a time. So when there arises a choice of selecting the product to satisfy our alternative needs, that is the best alternative needs, we found that there arises a necessity to adopt some policy in that. So the society must decide actually what to produce, which is out of an almost infinite range of possibilities. That is, out of all the choices what we have among alternative goods and services, the best to satisfy our wants we have to select. So in that case, the choice is to be made between the infinite possibilities, as well as the economist assumed a very basic economy with only two goods. See, the whole of this PPF will be a comparison between the gun and the butter as an example, because this have traditionally represented this range of choice by what they call a production possibility schedule. When this schedule is graphically represented, that is, it is called as the the production possibility frontier. So when there is a choice of having the goods, that is a combo of the gun and the butter. Why this gun and the butter has taken as the example? See, gun is the important item which they need in the war time, and the butter, which it's a not that is bread, will be the use, that is very at most needed product for them to eat, but the butter is something an additional extra, that is, so that is of lavishly spending the money on that, and hence we have a comparison between this gun and the butter for an example for to discuss in the production possibility schedules. See, this production possibility frontiers, which is the which refers to the graphical representation of all possible combination of two goods which can be produced and the given resources with the given resources and the technology used. This is the alternatively we can say that the PPF is the it focus on the possible combination of that goods which can be produced with the given resources and the other technology. See, in this we can say only two goods are taken under consideration. These two goods can have been taken just for the sake of the simplicity and easy understanding of this frontier. See, however, it is the analysis involved can be applied equally well to any combination of the goods which is more relatively to that. But the best example they have taken is the gun and the butter. Okay. See, what are the assumptions of this production possibility frontier? That is, the amount of resources in an economy is fixed actually. The resources for which has to be utilized, the amount for it is fixed. But these resources can be transferred from one use to the another actually. Okay, so one, they can use the same resources in the other point of view also. So in that case, we can say with the help of the given resources, only two goods can be produced in the items, that is only 2 products can be produced with the given resources what they are giving. So in that case, the resources what is found in economy has to be fully and efficiently utilized. This has to be fully and efficiently utilized in the economy. Okay. So in that case, what will be the next? That is the resources which are not equally efficient as well as in the production of all the products. We can say these resources are transferred from the production of one goods and the productivity which decreases in the same, and they can say the level of the technology is assumed to be constant. You have the resources with you and you are having a choice of producing 2 items. The preference for which the item you are going to give for the good will be the best alternative resources for the other. Okay, so the concept of PPF, which can be better understood by the imaginary schedule and the diagram, which we will go to the practical section now. Okay, this is the production possibility schedule. Actually, these are all the possibilities. You see here the possibilities of the items, that is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 possibilities are given. Here the guns in the units it is given, and here the butter in the units is given. Okay, now in this production possibility schedule we are going to find out the MOC and MRT. MOC and MRT, what does it mean? What does this MOC mean? What does the MRT means? See, MOC we are finding out by this, that is, you look at the possibility that is guns in units 21, 20, 18, 15, 11, 6, 0, and the butter in units 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the schedule about actually? See, if you are having some 100 rupees with you, you are buying, I'm telling for you for an example, okay. So this 21 units, if you are buying guns, you will be having no money to buy the butter. If you are giving a possibility of buying guns 20, you can buy 1 unit of butter in that. So if you are reducing these guns as 18, you can buy the 2 units of butter in that. So this is the combination of the income what you have with you. Okay. So hence it is, when the one point of view it increases, the other will decrease. This is the normal schedule of it. Okay. By this only, if you understand this concept, you can very well do this sum. Okay. Now see, marginal opportunity cost it is. It is marginal opportunity cost. This marginal opportunity cost, marginal opportunity cost, actually this is the, will find only 0 here in the first units always, because here it starts from the 0. So when you have given your full option of 1 unit to buy all the other option of all the second unit, you will find the marginal opportunity as constant. So it will come 0 here for all the sums. Okay. Then we can say this MOC is 21 minus 20. So what is the marginal opportunity cost? It is the 21 minus 20. It comes to 1. Okay. And here for the C, the marginal opportunity cost it is 20 minus 18. To make you clear, understand, I am writing this. Okay. And here this marginal opportunity cost for a possibility D is 18 minus 15. Okay. Now here again 15 minus 11. And here 11 minus 6. And 6 minus 0. This is the result of the marginal opportunity cost. And then now we are going to move to the MRT, that is the marginal rate of transformation. What does the MRT formula is? MRT is equal to delta gun by delta butter. That is, if you are taking in the ratio point of view, 1 gun is to 1 butter, 2 gun is to 1 butter, 3 gun is to 1 butter, 4 gun is to 1 butter, 5 gun is to 1 butter, 6 gun is to 1 butter. This is the ratio of what we are finding out the MOC with the combination of one possibility. Okay, so we are comparing the MOC with the one possibility of the other unit. So hence we can say that is one gun. G is represents to gun and B represents to butter. So one gun is to 1 butter. Here the MOC is 2, so 2 gun is to 1 butter. Here MOC is 3, so 3 gun is to 1 butter, like that. Okay, so this is the production possibility schedule, and they will ask you in the question to find out the MOC as well as MRT, like that. So whatever you are going to find out, you have to say that if first point it is the second option, that is for gun, if the butter is 0, the MOC and MRT will be 0. Okay, then now this schedule we are taking up in the PP, that is in the graphical representation. You would have done the graph in the 10th standard. In the same way, we are going to do the graph in the form of the schedule. That is what the schedule is there in the gun and the butter. We are going to take up this schedule into a point to make a graphical representation. In this graphical representation, you can say that, see here the x-axis, this is x-axis and this is y-axis, this is 0. You have to write here the that is x-axis is butter in units, y-axis is gun in units. Okay, so all these the schedule is here already given. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 5 is the butter units, and here it is for till maximum 21 is just, so 21 I have written here. Okay, you mark the point and make a curve. This is termed as the PPF curve. Okay, so always PPF curve will be a downward sloping curve which will touch the x-axis and the y-axis at a constant place. This you should keep it in your mind. Okay, see, 2 practical sums I am doing it to make you to clear understand what it is actually. See, first one it is the calculate the marginal opportunity cost, that is MOC, of a commodity X for the given combinations. See, commodity X is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and commodity Y is 100, 95, 85, 70, 50, 25. We are going to find out what? MOC, that is marginal opportunity cost. Okay, in this we can say that the first combination is 0, so hence MOC will also be 0. And here you take this 100 minus 95, it is 5. See, for the answer derivation you write how you have find out, okay, so that you will fetch more marks in that. So 100 minus 95 is 5 and 95 minus 85 is 10 and 85 minus 70 is 15 and 70 minus 50 is 20 and 50 minus 25 is 25. Very easy. This is way how you are going to find out the MOC. Okay, now in the same manner only you are going to find out all the sums. Okay, now the second sum I have taken from your unsolved practicals to make you clear, explain what the MOC and MRT is. Okay, see, a country produces 2 goods A and B actually. Its production possibilities are shown in the following table. The possibilities are A, B, C, D, E and F, and good A is the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good B is the 100, 95, 85, 70, 50, 25. Now we are going to ask to find out the MRT. How you are going to find out the MRT? See, before we are going to find out the MRT, and you have to discuss how the schedule will be the graphical representation. For this you can make out a graphical representation and you can understand what it is actually. Okay, see, you find out what is MOC first. Okay, so MOC first one will be dash because 0 1 point is, so Z dash, and then the next will be the 100 minus 95, that is 5, and 95 minus 85, that is 10, and 85 minus 70, that is 15, 70 minus 50, that is 20, and 50 minus 25, that is 25. Okay, so MOC we are finding out the MRT now. Okay, so MRT is what? All the possible combination of the goods, that is the 5, that is MOC 5 is to 1. Okay, and then 10 is to 1, 15 is to 1, 20 is to 1, 25 is to 1. Why the ratio combination is 1 here actually? To get one possibility of the good, we are sacrificing 5 units, like that it is understood. Okay, so hence it is a comparison ratio of the MOC with the 1 units. Okay, so in this same schedule you can even have in the production you can draw a production possibility curve, and you can give an explanation how this curve belongs, that is how it shapes us, and what are the combinations of the goods of the two alternative goods has been given here, and you can come under the derivation. Okay, this is very simple sum only, but when you easily understand, if it is very simple. Okay, so this is, I'll tell you once again, this is the production possibility schedule. If the schedule will be given actually in the question itself of combination of two goods, we have to find out the MOC first, then MRT. MOC is what? Nothing but the marginal opportunity cost. It is the first one, it's always will be a constant, that is 0. That is because the alternative combination of the other good will be 0 here, so MOC will be in constant, and when the MOC is constant, MRT also will be constant only. And this MOC, how you are finding out? This is the difference between the possibility A minus the possibility B. Okay, so likewise same wise possibility B minus possibility C. Like this you are going to subtract and you will get MOC. MRT is what? For one unit of this, the combination of ratio with the other unit, that is with 1 butter. Okay, so 1G here is the 1 gun is to 1 butter, like that similarly. And this is the production possibility curve, that is you are taking this schedule into your point and you are making the curve here, and normal graphical representation only, how you will point out everything, x-axis, y-axis, and then the points you have to make it out and you have to draw the curve. When you are drawing the curve, you should understand that the curve will touch both the x-axis and the y-axis for the PPF, and we are calculating the unsolved practicals also for an example, that is the you have to find out the marginal opportunity cost for this sum, and same way we are finding even the MOC and the MRT. And if the question is given for you to find out the production possibility curve also, with the same graphical representation, you have to draw a curve for this, and you have to derive how the shape of the curve comes here. Okay, now you understand this whole concept, this production possibility schedule, production possibility frontier. When the production possibility schedule comes under the graphical representation, we term that as a production possibility frontier. Okay, now we will have a deep discussion about this. We are going to discuss now about the properties of PPF. What are the properties actually? There are two main properties of the PPF. One is the PPF always slopes downward. The other one is PPF is a concave shaped. Okay. See, it slopes downward because all the possibilities of the combination of two goods will touch both the x-axis and the y-axis. It shows all the maximum possible combination of two goods which can be produced with the available resources and technology, which in such a case we can say the more of one good can be produced by making the taking the resources of the what they have with them, that is away from the production of the another good. Okay, as they exist an inverse relationship between the change in the quantity of one commodity to the other commodity, we can say this PPF is always sloping downward. Downward in the sense from left to right. Okay, so the production possibility curve, that is actually it slopes downward by touching the y-axis to the x-axis. So it is the actually in the downward sloping curve. It is why, because with the maximum utilization of resources what you have with you, the other alternative combination of the goods what you are giving will be having a drastic change. That is, it is the sacrificing of one good to buy the other commodity. Okay, then PPF is always a concave shape. It is concave shape because of increasing the marginal rate of transformation, that is MRT, which is more and more units of one commodity are sacrificed to gain an additional unit of another commodity. You would have seen the ratio representing in the MRT, that is, so with one combination of the goods, we are comparing how many goods we are sacrificing. Okay, so that is why we say that the 3 gun is to 1 butter, like that. So in that case, we can say that to have all the combination of the 2 goods what they have is a major transformation of the goods which is of necessary to the maximum extent. So hence it is always concave shaped curve. Concave, you know how the lens will be. So the curve of this PPF will also be always in a concave shape. Okay. Now, whether economy will always operate on PPF? Do you think so? See, it must be remembered that the PPF which does not show any point at which the economy will actually operate if it only shows the maximum available possibilities which an economy can produce. Okay, this is not the final dispute. This is actually showing the alternative goods what they are sacrificing to buy the other commodity. Okay, and economy will operate on the PPF only when the resources are fully and efficiently utilized, and we can say economy will operate at any point inside the PPF if resources are not fully and efficiently utilized. Okay, these are 2 important points which we have to remember whether we are thinking about that to have an economy, whether to operate in PPF or not. And we can say even economy cannot operate at any point outside the PPF, that is, it is unattainable with the available productive capacity in that. Okay, so it means, what is the conclusion in that? It means economy can either operate on the PPF or which is known as attainable combination, but economy cannot operate outside the PPF, which is an unattainable combination also. There should be combination of 2 goods where the one man can sacrifice one good to get the other good. Okay, so it is always under the attainable combination of 2 goods. Okay, then we can say what is the attainable and unattainable. In the concept of this, we can say attainable combination is, it refers to those combination to which economy can operate. That is, they can have some 2 attainable options, 2 options of goods they have to have. In that case, optimum utilization of resources, which is the resources have to take in a possible manner to make the economy to operate at any point. That is for all the possibilities, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever the possibilities they are giving, it should be in a position to activate on that point or to consider the PPF. Okay. Then inefficient utilization of resources. What are the inefficient utilization of resources? However it is, we can say the actual production can fall short of its capabilities. Definitely, whenever the production is made, there is a chance of not making all the possibilities to sell it out. So in that case, there will be a chance of having the production in short also. There is any wastage or insufficient of utilization of resources, then the economy has to operate at any point inside the PPF. Okay, so unattainable combination, what does it mean by unattainable combination? That is, with the given amount of some available resources what you have, it is impossible for the economy to produce any combination of two goods. Okay, so in that case, an economy can never operate at any point which is outside the PPF. Okay, so what all the possibilities is there that we are going to make out with only the inner potential capability of having the PPF. Can PPF be a straight line? One question will be there. Can PPF be a straight line? PPF can be a straight line only when you assume that the MRT is constant. Is it possible actually? For the same amount of commodity what is sacrificed to gain an additional unit what you are going to get, that is, it is possible only when you assure that all the resources are equally efficient in the production for all the goods. It is possible only in such a case. But this is not be shown in the graphical representation that to form a PPF in a straight line. Very rare it is, okay. To have a product that is the one combination of the other alternative goods should be the equal efficient of both the goods. In that case only it is possible to have a PPF in a straight line. Then can PPF be a convex to the origin? We know that PPF is always a concave shaped curve. Will it be a convex to the origin? PPF can be convex to the origin because in such a case, if MRT is decreasing in the nature and the less and less units of what it is, the commodities are sacrificed, we say that to gain an additional product, what is the unit of another commodity, in such a case, PPF can also be a convex shaped curve. But in this also, it's a very rare case, which is of highly impossible things. But even though the possibilities are to some extent it is found. Okay, then the combination of the PPF and the opportunity cost. You know what is meant by opportunity cost? Opportunity cost of a product is the alternative that must be given for to produce, to give up, which is an alternative to give up to get some other product in that amount what you have. So the PPF, which is illustrate the concept of the opportunity cost actually. It is any way or the other, it is related with the opportunity cost, and the opportunity cost of producing more butter for the for buying the fewer guns. Okay, if you want to buy more butter, you have to reduce the gun. If you want to buy more guns, you have to reduce your choice of buying the butter. This is the combination of these two units like this. Okay, for all the alternative goods, it will be a combination. If you want to gain one, you have to lose the other. So if the resources of the economy is fully and efficiently utilized, we can say the more of one good can be produced only by taking the resources away from the production, which is of another good, which is their possibility in the economy, and hence the lost production of the such other good, which is termed in the opportunity cost for the first. Okay, now when we compare this, that is, we discussed about can PPF be a straight line. We can say how the change in the PPF, the shift in the PPF, and the rotation, how it makes in the PPF. It's all a graphical representation only, with all the possibilities of a combination of two alternative goods. Okay. Here the whole concept is about, if you want to buy one product, If you have 10 rupees in your hand and you have the choice of buying one biscuit and the chocolate like that. If you want to buy biscuit more, you have to sacrifice chocolate. If you want to buy chocolate more, you have to sacrifice the biscuit. This is the whole concept of this PPF. Okay, this I'm telling you to make you clear, understand what it is actually and why there is an example given for gun and the butter. Gun is very essential during the war period, and butter is somewhat, it's an additional thing which the people needed to have in their food. So in that case, when you compare with the gun and the butter, there will be a vast difference to have an alternative combination of that. And hence we can say, to conclude, overall, what is the view of the PPF actually? See, the PPF, which slopes downward as an increase in the production of one good, requires decrease in the production of the other. If it has the increase in the production of one good, normally it has to decrease in the production of the other good. Okay, then PPF is always a concave shape because due to the increasing MRT is always increased, and hence we can conclude that the PPF is always a concave shape. The curve. Then PPF, it shows the transformation of one good into another, not physically, but by diverting the resources from one use to the another. We know that it is a combination of the two goods what we are seeing in the PPF. Hence, we can conclude that the transformation of one good to the another, not physically we are transforming, that is by diverting the resources from one place to the another, we are doing it, and to make out the trend in the PPF. And then it shows the maximum available possibilities, which is in the exact point of operation depends on how well the resources of the economy are used into that. And we can even conclude by if the economy operates on the PPF, which is in the like points A, B and C, whatever it is, it means the resources are fully and efficiently utilized. Definitely, when we are taking up the MRTs, that is with the sacrification combination of one good, that is one butter, we are making up the possibilities of the guns like that. Okay, then if an economy operates at any point which is inside the PPF, we can say it means resources are not fully and efficiently utilized. And economy which cannot operate at any point outside the PPF, as it is unattainable with the available productive capacity, with the unattainable combination, the PPF cannot be derived at all. Then we can say an outward shift in the PPF, which is the means that the economy can produce more or both the commodities, which was not possible earlier at all. This is also an outward shift. We cannot do it with only the possible combination of two alternative goods we can derive at the PPF. Okay. Then the inward shift in the PPF, you think that the economy's capacity, which is produced both the commodities, has to be reduced because of that. Okay, so these are all the overall view of the PPF, and we come under conclusion that the PPF is always the left to right slopeward downward sloping curve, and it is a concave shaped curve. And the PPF curve, what we are seeing is that it's derived from the production possibility schedule. We saw all the how to find out the MOC, that is marginal opportunity cost, and MRT, marginal rate of transformation, which is also very much important, and it will be continued in the further chapters also in the microeconomics. Even you are clear in this concept, basic concept only, you can concentrate in the future chapters. So be thorough, practice the unsolved practicals given in the textbook, and take up more possibility combination of the goods and do the practices. And hence, we can see you back again in the new chapter 2 in our macroeconomics book very soon of capital formation. That is, we are going to take up the new chapter in the next section. Till then, thank you so much.